Here let's see the isometric view of this part of this truss. It is the isometric view and it is the plan view of this part. Now if you look at this isometric view from top to bottom, then you can see this figure. Here let's see what are the meaning of different lines here. You know, it is the concrete block and it is represented by this rectangle in this figure. Now this is the gusset plate. This plate connects two of these angles and this angle here is the same angle and these two angles are these two angles. Here one angle is at the opposite side of this angle and it is not visible since you are looking from this side. Okay, now these are the two angles which is represented by this. Now this is the gusset plate. It is nothing other than this plate. Now these bolts are represented here and here you can see bolts, these bolts. Now let's compare these two figures. This is the top view of this isometric view and here you can see these two angles. These are the two angles and this edge, it is the edge of the base plate. It is represented by this line and this bolt is shown here and you can see one more bolt, it will be here and this is the length of this side, 250 millimeter. Here this is how you should plan your drawing sheet. Here let me tell you the step-by-step procedure by which you can draw this entire figure. So for this purpose, first of all, you should draw a single line sketch of the entire roof truss. Here it is given that the span of the truss, that means support to support distance of the truss is 7.5 meter. That means 7,500 millimeter. So you should start from here. You can draw 7,500 millimeter in a particular scale. Here I have taken 7.5 centimeter for this 7,500 millimeter and I have drawn 7.5 centimeter here. After that I should mark all these angles. So here I will tell you the step-by-step procedure of drawing all these remaining lines. So for this purpose, first of all you should draw a 30-degree line from this corner and this corner so that you will get these two lines and these two lines will meet at this point. So you are getting this point also. Now after that you should make a perpendicular from this point to this line and from that perpendicular we can take 30-degree angle to draw this line. So you can draw these two lines and after that you will get these 2 points. Once you get this point, you can draw all the remaining lines by taking all these angles. So in that way you can finish this line sketch. Now based on this line sketch you should draw the entire figure. Now let's see how to draw the entire figure from this line sketch. So for this purpose we should transfer this line sketch to the entire drawing sheet. Here you know the length available in the drawing sheet that we can measure from the left margin to the right margin. So a useful length of around 50 centimeter you will get in the horizontal direction and around 40 centimeter you will get in the vertical direction. So you should finish the entire figure within this useful space. So keeping in mind this fact, you should decide a scale. Now let's see how to decide a scale. So for this purpose you need not draw all the parts of this figure, because this figure is symmetric. So once you draw this much part can be imagined same as this part. So here what I have done is I have drawn only half of the portion. So you can also draw like this. So in this way, if you consider, first you decide whether I can take a 1:10 scale or not. So if you take a 1:10 scale, then you should understand in field you are having a span of 7.5 meter. That means 750 centimeter. So that 750 centimeter you can take in the drawing sheet as how much length. So here I have already told that you need not take all the entire length 750 centimeter. You should take only half of this length. So it will come around 750 divided by 2. That means 375 centimeter. Okay, 375 centimeter only you should consider. So simply I can take 37.5 centimeter for this 375 centimeter. So I am getting 375 divided by 37.5. That is equal to 10 divided by 1. So from this I can see that if I take 1 centimeter distance in this figure, then it represents 10 centimeter in the actual truss. So I can simply say that it is a 1:10 scale drawing. So if you take a 1:10 scale drawing, then you should be capable of taking 37.5 centimeter in the horizontal direction. Now you simply check whether that much length is available or not. So here I can take it using my scale. Up to here I can take 30, and up to here it will be 35 centimeters. So definitely I can take 37.5 centimeter in the horizontal direction. So I can fix the scale as 1:10. So in that way I decided the scale as 1:10. Then I should start drawing. So for this purpose I should make all the dimensions in this figure, in this line sketch. Here I have drawn 375. 3750 millimeter, 375 centimeter or 3750 millimeter. This much length I will get as 3750 millimeter, and further I should mark the remaining lengths. So without marking all these lengths also I can draw this figure. That step I have already discussed with you during the starting of this discussion. So in this way you can enlarge this line sketch to this much area. So first what you should do is you should make a line sketch in the enlarged dimension here. So that line sketch will pass through the center of this angle section, that you can see if you observe carefully. Here I have drawn that line here, and after drawing all this figure I have erased that line. So that line is visible here. So here I have made a line sketch using a light pencil. That means a pencil that can be erased very easily. So with that pencil I can draw the line sketch first, and after that I can take this double line. That means I can take the length at the two sides of this single line, and I can make it a double line like this. So at all these remaining lines I can take this single line into a double line. So this double line represents the width of a steel section. It is an angle section. So I have already discussed about the angle sections. Now you can draw the entire figure in a double line. And after drawing this double line, you should erase away the first construction line that I have drawn for the line sketch purpose. So after erasing this, definitely the double line will also get erased. So you should once again draw the double lines. In that way, you should draw the entire double line figure. So after drawing this double line figure, you should add the remaining portions, just like the asbestos portion, then the bolt, the gusset bases, and the gusset plates, then the ridge, and the bolts. After that, you should draw the concrete base also. Here, in this concrete base, it is getting sectioned in the vertical plane. So here you can see it is a masonry, it is a bolt which passes through the concrete. Concrete is here, and here you can see a base plate which is connected by different bolts. Now in this way you can draw the enlarged sectional view of the half portion of this truss work. Now half portion only is required, the remaining half can be imagined. So in that way you can draw that, and after that you should draw the enlarged view of the corner part. So that part is drawn here, and I have discussed already about the isometric view. So in that way you can adjust this isometric view in the bottom portion. So you should consider in mind the space required for this isometric view. After that only you should start drawing this enlarged view, otherwise you will not get space for drawing this isometric view. So first you should draw the line sketch at the top left corner of the drawing sheet. Then only you will understand how to draw the line sketch in the enlarged paper. So in that way you can manage your drawing sheet.